man. Especially since the Tuck rule happened, just not my.
I'm gonna go with you on the Patriots because there's some people I do not want to see. Not Patriots, Seahawks. There's some people. There's some lines.
Oh, your Dolphins fans and government. You go for the enemy.
Listen, there's some lines I do not want to see if the Patriots pull this one off. But it's going to be an interesting one.
I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's a good redemption story for Sam Darnold if he gets it, because he had a bad rap in New York, and then for some reason he was let go by Minnesota, but now he has a chance to really prove that he was worth taking a shot on.
I mean, the Patriots of all people getting the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's going to do it for us here in the North, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shade Stubbs. Our cameraman's a little too excited. We hope his excitement is done by Sunday.
Stay tuned. The Bahamas tonight is coming your way next.
This 11 o'clock, the Davis administration tweaking its energy reform plan with a series of resolutions, but not without pushback from the opposition. The side sparring over a move to borrow $130 million and questions about the state of affairs at the main power plant. Also, a checkup on that new nearly $300 million specialty hospital to be built here on New Providence. What the health minister told parliamentarians about its future. And the Life with Key Foundation stepping up in a big way, giving thousands of dollars in grants to more than a dozen nonprofits. Those stories plus the day's other big news this late night, Wednesday, February 4th, 2026.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And it is good to have you join us once again this late night. I'm Corbell Pfeiffer. Our big story here at 11, the government is seeking Parliament's approval for a series of resolutions tied directly to its energy reform plan, a package of measures that could shape how Bahamians pay for and access electricity in the years ahead. Fern's Carey starts us off here at 11.
Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Philip Davis, opened debate on a number of resolutions that are expected to play a pivotal role in transforming the country's energy sector. He said the resolutions will advance energy arrangements now in place.
These resolutions seek to authorize the government to guarantee various loans and I'll just read in the record. Resolution 26 speaks to this House approving the government guaranteeing the issuance of the performance letter of credit by Banco Santana in the amount of $30 million in the currency of the United States of America on behalf of Bahamas LNG Partner Limited as required under the LNG SPA upon such terms and conditions as may be approved by the government.
The resolutions come as upgrades and other changes are underway countrywide to modernize the energy infrastructure and as residents grapple with ongoing power disruptions. Prime Minister Davis indicated that LNG is being introduced into the energy mix at BPL while rental generators are being phased out.
With full elimination targeted by fiscal year 2028. In 2 years, Madam Speaker, we will say goodbye to the rentals and replace them with permanent solutions, saving tens of millions of dollars each year.
Plans are also underway to eliminate BPL's debt.
Within 6 years, and close the long-standing current account imbalance between the government and the utility.
As the government moves forward with its energy reform agenda, the immediate goals include the lowering of electricity bills, major grid modernization, the rollout of LNG generation, as well as clean energy installations. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Meanwhile, Fern, the Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honourable JoBeth Colby Davis, tabled the National Energy Policy 2025 in the House of Assembly this morning. She acknowledged that the document reflects a modern legal foundation that will make transformation of the country's energy sector possible.
The Bahamian families and businesses whose lives will be transformed by this policy. the National Energy Policy 2025 is our commitment to them, a commitment that their electric bills will become affordable, that outages will become rare, that clean energy will power their homes and businesses, that good energy jobs will be available for their children.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Michael Pintard making it clear that these resolutions do not have his party's support. He called on the government to produce the full details of the LNG purchase and sale agreement, charging that the government is not operating within the guarantee policy framework. He questioned why the government is seeking to borrow $130 million to cover fuel if consumers already pay a monthly fuel surcharge to cover the fuel bill, asserting instead that the government is looking to cover its arrears. Energy Minister Colby Davis later responded in part to some of Pintard's concerns.
We don't believe, Madam Speaker, that this is about financing a future fuel. It may be, Madam Speaker, to finance future fuel, but it could very well be to take care of accumulated debts, Madam Speaker. And so the question is, why is the government doing it? Are we not earning sufficient at the moment? Are we not earning sufficient at the moment from BPL to cover these costs, Madam Speaker?
The member spoke about the financial hedge, right? You have to hedge with something. Your costing, your breakdown, your projections is still attached to what you model your usage as, yes. Right? And so that's where the skew happened. That's where the cost burden came. Because even though you hold in the huge hedge fuel rate, which you think is still working, it was not.
Also coming out of the lower chamber today, land preparation ahead of construction of the new specialty hospital in Western New Providence is set to begin in a matter of days. While updating House members on the status of the multi-million-dollar project this morning, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville detailed that the 200-bed, $268 million facility on Propol Track will specialize in maternity and child health care while providing intensive care services for mother and child. It will also feature the country's first reference morgue.
Next week, tractors will arrive at the site to begin land preparation. Shortly after, foundation will be laid out and the work will begin leading up to the vertical construction.
There is the assurance that once construction begins, 50% of the workforce will be Bahamian, although the minister indicated that negotiations on that are still ongoing. The health minister also used the opportunity to address concerns about manpower shortages at the Princess Margaret Hospital.
I can say that more than 500 Bahamians have been hired in my ministry, but we still need more staff. We continue to recruit, and we continue to bring staff members in from abroad, but I'm pleased to report that some 47 retired nurses will be entering the healthcare system next month. And we are in the final stages for recruiting an additional 50 Ghanaian nurses, many with specialties, for the Rand Memorial Hospital and the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Some politics now this late night. All of the opposition Free National Movement's ratified candidates are now canvassing their constituencies, hoping to secure as many votes as possible for an election victory. The latest buzz, though, is about political newcomer Rick Fox, who was ratified last night as the FNM's candidate for Garden Hills. You may remember that the Davis administration appointed the former NBA player as an ambassador at large in August of 2022. He offered this response when reporters asked him about the current status of that diplomatic post.
I was honored to be, by the Prime Minister, to be offered the ambassador large position. I served that for 3 years respectfully, did the job that he'd asked me to do. I just didn't extend it. So, at that point, we moved in separate ways.
Well, PLP Chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, and the Honorable Mario Bolag, the man set to face off with Fox at the polls in just a matter of months, reacting to the former NBA player entering the political arena. Here's Cleopatra Murphy.
I don't have anything to say about Rick Fox. Nothing to say about Rick Fox at all. Nothing.
PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell's response when asked about Rick Fox disclosing his contract as ambassador-at-large for the Bahamas ended and had not been renewed. His response to a previous call for Mitchell that he step aside as a diplomat. Fox securing the nod as the FNM's candidate in the Garden Hills constituency Tuesday garnered the same response, with Mitchell suggesting he is not impressed with the slate of candidates the FNM put forth. Garden Hills' current Member of Parliament, the Honourable Mario Boleg, though, is confident going head-to-head with Fox.
0 + 0 is 0.
Garden Hills will be won by Boleg.
The FNM still has 2 additional candidates to ratify, while the PLP completed its list Sunday. Despite the heightened emotions of those vying for a PLP candidacy in the upcoming general elections, Mitchell says the party is back on course and focused on the job at hand.
I don't think there were any excessive tensions or anything. As I said, my view about these things is this is normal sort of jockeying for power. It's emotional, so sometimes words get said that you might not ordinarily say, but I think people really mean that deep down in their hearts. Everybody's gone out into their constituencies now with marching orders to get themselves organized, because we've got a campaign to fight.
And even though previously acknowledging no party has won consecutive elections since the FNM in 1997, Mitchell says it won't stop the PLP from putting its case to the public.
That's the spirit within which we will go to the Bahamian public. We take nothing for granted. Nothing has to be taken as if it's inevitable. We know we have to make a case, and we will make the best case we can, and we pray that the Bahamian public, in their considered judgment, supports the Progressive Liberal Party and supports the continuity of the governance which they have now.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Coming up, green thumbs were out and in the soil at C.H. Reeves this morning. Stick around for that story. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Today's other news when we come back.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit scidegrees.com for details.
We are back now with some of the day's other big news. This late night, and Aquinas College celebrated Catholic Schools Week with an official visit from Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin. Our West colleague Sworbes was there.
The Minister of Education, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, encouraging students at the Aquinas College to become active contributors to national development, starting with self-reflection and personal growth. Her comments came after she toured the school's campus.
But I want you to see your role as those whose input, whatever you do, will qualitatively advance our country and our people. So whatever pursuit you enter, whatever it is, do it in a way in which you advance this country. Students here, to look at yourselves and your country seriously. I know you're young, but we invite you to look at yourself, who you are and what you are, and to your country, what it is and what it must be.
The education minister urged students to see themselves as agents of change, cautioning them against negativity. She also encouraged the youngsters towards innovation and solutions.
I invite young people to run from cynicism and chronic complaining. Please It's toxic. We want our young people to bring solutions and to bring innovation and to take the country forward. That's what the hope and expectation is. And if you feel that maybe the generation before you didn't do it as well as they should have, well, you do it better.
The Aquinas College students were reminded that the Ministry of Education has taken note of their continued academic excellence.
Aquinas is always in the mix, in the BGCSEs, in the high performance and the awards. We see it and we're noticing it. And we want you to encourage you to continue to wear your uniform with pride and to continually display that in excellence in this country.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Meanwhile, over at C.H. Reeves, learning went beyond the classroom walls today. Students rolled up their sleeves, grabbed shovels, and planted not just trees, but ideas about the environment, community, and their futures. Tiny hands carefully pat down soil around new saplings, while laughter and excitement filled the air. Each tree planted served more than greenery, but a lesson in responsibility and a living symbol of what students can do to make their community thrive. Climate Change Youth Ambassador for the Office of the Prime Minister, Ryan Munning, says today's initiative reminds every student that every sapling is a step towards a healthier planet.
Today, we're not just planting trees, we're making a full commitment. The children here today are going to be able to witness history, and then the children in the foreseeing future are going to be able to enjoy and bask in the beauty of the shade of the trees that will be here in the next 10, 20 years.
For the students, the day was about more than planting, it was about connections.
It signifies how we need to sustain our environment and help more around the school with keeping our environments clean.
It's important to our peers because we don't get to see this a lot. It's more so focused on what you can do now, all the futuristic things. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and just think about the nature around you because we tend to miss the beauty of all the things around us.
And some more good news here tonight. Life with Key Foundations has awarded more than $174,000 in grants to 18 Bahamian nonprofit organizations advancing education, enrichment, and community well-being across the country. The funding, distributed through the foundation's summer and fall grant cycles, supports programs in academics, the arts, sports, environmental awareness, literacy, and youth development, benefiting thousands of children and young people in New Providence as well as the Family Islands. Among the recipients are initiatives focused on numeracy, literacy, STEM education, athletics, animal welfare, agriculture, water safety, and mentorship for at-risk youth, all aimed at strengthening opportunity and long-term resilience. In addition, Life with Key Foundations awarded a special $60,000 grant to support the Governor General's Youth Award, helping young Bahamians develop leadership, discipline, and life skills. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 turns to sports next. Sarah Zamajal with a look at what's ahead.
The teams trying to lock up their spots in the championship series on Friday. Day 2 of the BAISS Sudden Death Basketball Playoffs. Look at that story and more coming up in sports.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. Listen, if you're a contractor or tradesman, you want to be a part of our Preferred Contractors program. By enrolling in our Preferred Contractors program, you'll save 10% automatically at both of our locations. And guess what? The more you spend, the more you save. That discount can increase. Register today at cbsbahamas.com/register using your trade name to be automatically enrolled.
Welcome to your midweek sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles here at the ZNS Total Sports Desk, talking sports. Day 2 of the BAISS Sudden Death Basketball Playoffs taking place last night at the Kendall G. Lysick Gymnasium. Several rivalries renewed and an upset on the hardwood. Here's a look at the highlights. Physicality, the name of the game on Tuesday night, as several schools fighting desperately to secure their spot in the BAISS Basketball Championship set to tip off on Friday. In junior girls, one of the more lopsided scores this postseason. The St. John's College Giants junior girls in the green were no match for the C.W. Saunders Cougars seen here in the dark blue. They got taken to task 54-4 in their elimination game. The Cougars held the two-time defending champs scoreless in the first quarter and went up 20-3 at the half. Layla Leonard finished with a game-high 25 for the Cougars.
I was upset with them in the first quarter, and I had to keep telling them, it's the atmosphere to capitalize off their mistakes, but they came out and they got the job done. So I'm just proud of them that we're going to championship again for the second year in a row.
I just blocked out all the nervousness and played my hardest so that we could be able to make it the championship.
Next up, the first of 2 junior boys games on deck. The Queens College Comets locked up their spot in the championships, turning back the C.W. Saunders Cougars 44-37. The Comets got 20 points from Kevin Hepburn and 8 from Caden DeVoe in the win.
It was hard for a game. We finished the season undefeated, so we just come here with the same intensity and making sure that we don't disappoint our fans and our school.
And in the second game, I don't know if we can necessarily call it an upset, but certainly a few eyebrows were raised. The third-seeded St. Anne's Blue Waves stunned the second-seeded St. Augustine's College Big Red Machine at 39-34 in their matchup. Camden Miller scored 11 for Sac, but it was Charles Babb who paced the Blue Waves with a game-high 16 points. And Carifta swimming gold medalist Kriston Joseph showing he can hoop as well, pouring in 13. But for the Blue Waves players, they just want a little respect on their names.
I feel like the group was very connected today. We talked, we strived, we practiced, we did our best, and we tried to play as a team, and we executed.
I remember them long days, them long nights. They was getting blowed in tournaments. Everyone was laughing at us, saying this garbagey team from St. Anne's. That's what brought me there.
Over to the Senior Girls Showdown. The Kingsway Academy Saints will have an opportunity to win a second straight BAISS basketball title as they would take out the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine 30-25. DeShanto Sayers finishing with a game-high 16 points for the Saints. And in senior boys, the C.W. Saunders Cougars would stave off elimination as a 22-point lead dwindled down just to 5 a few times in the fourth quarter, but they would have just enough clutch plays down the stretch to hold off Westminster 60-55. Bryson Roll with a game-high 29 points for the Cougars. Now we'll look at the championship brackets for Friday in the best of 3 championship series. In junior girls, C.W. Saunders, they will face Queens College. Junior boys, it will be St. Anne's and QC. Dancing over in the senior girls will be Kingsway and St. John's. And finally, in senior boys, it will be C.W. Saunders taking on St. John's. Still on hoops, but this time over in the association. It would be Buddy versus VJ Part 2 as the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the West Coast to take on the Golden State Warriors. This time, the rookie would get the best of the veteran as VJ would pour in 25 points along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists to lead the Sixers to a 113-94 win. Buddy would finish with 9 points in this one. VJ speaking to the media post-game.
VJ, we loved the trash talking with Buddy at the end of the game. Is there anything that you said that you can repeat on air?
No. I love Buddy, man. That's my guy. You know.
Yeah.
Y'all know. Everyone knows we go way back. So,
yeah, but tell us a little bit about it, because I'm sure there's a couple of folks watching tonight that don't know. How did Buddy impact your basketball career?
Man, from I was young, you know, he gave me a shot, especially just going to his camp. Just learning from him. He's already in the NBA at the time, so I say, man, he gave me a shot. I ain't even supposed to be there, but you know, I credit him a lot, man. He helped me my confidence. He just helped me with even the day-to-day life on, you know, how to be a pro. So, yeah, I love Buddy, man.
And on a somber note, family, friends, and local sailing enthusiasts would fill the Nassau Yacht Club this afternoon to pay their respects to Jason Knowles, who passed away last month. Knowles, of course, was the owner of the Whitty K. Here's a few of his friends reflecting on his legacy.
Well, Jason was always a man with a lot of conviction and zeal. You know, if Jason made up his mind to do something, he's going to get it done. From his work ethic, you know, doing construction to building the Whitty K, and just his time with his family and going fishing, going to games. If Jason said he's going, ain't nothing going to stop me doing it.
Well, one thing I could tell you about Jason, he was always a genuine guy, you know, happy-go-lucky. I don't think there's been a time when I saw Jason ever get truly angry, you know.
My good friend during sailing, and besides that, you know, we all are from Long Island. Me and him was very instrumental in Long Island Association, making sure that we get all the food for the fairs from years go back. We always, my Miami Dolphin friend, we traveled together to watch the games, and, you know, we was very, very close.
That's been a look at your sports on this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit seidegrees.com for details.
I put my foolish pride aside in acknowledgement of your goodness. Everything is the Lord's in the earth in its fullness.
It's MADIO Mario, and I'm inviting you to tune into Entertainment Fridays on the Bahamas tonight. Access now at 7:30 p.m. You miss it, you diss it.
To fall, but was caught before I fell. Was so hard-headed, too stubborn to ask for help.
That's the Bahamas tonight. Access now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And just before we leave you, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean for a look at tonight's weather forecast. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Carville. High pressure remains in control of our weather, but we expect it to back off towards the east during the course of the night, and that will pave the way for this front boundary that's approaching northern Florida to make its way into the northwest Bahamas tomorrow evening, passing through the capital during the early night hours with a few showers, but a nice chilly return of that Arctic air will be with us during the weekend, pushing those temperatures back into the 40s and 50s during the nighttime. Now, your temperatures around the islands, Marsh, Abaco, 70 degrees, 71 in Green Tool Key, and also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 72. Also, Alistown, Bimini, reporting 72 degrees, 72 again in Rock Sound, Harper Island, Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 71, Alistown, Cat Island, 72. Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space at Andros, and Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 71 degrees. A little warmer in Georgetown, Exuma at 74. Rim Key, Anson, Salvador, 72 degrees. 74s in Ragged Island, Cloudstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matchitani, Nagua, 77. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 74 degrees. Forecast tonight, mainly clear and still very cool, 62 degrees for your low. And tomorrow, We're looking at some strong winds developing as that front boundary gets a little closer, but for the greater part, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with a couple of showers developing in the afternoon as the front gets a little closer. The high temperature tomorrow is 77 degrees, and the extended weather forecast looking like this. Okay in the morning, afternoon, clouds and sunshine, frontal system goes through, skies open up on Friday and Saturday, and we will see temperatures again in the 50s here in the capital around Grand Bahama and Abaco. Yes, they'll be in the 40s again with those temperatures remaining in the low 60s for the balance of the early part of next week. Cover.
Thank you very much, Basil, and thank you for being with us. That is the Bahamas Tonight on 11 for this Wednesday night. I'm Corval Pyfrom for Amo, Basil, and our entire team. Take care, be well, and remember, we will be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.
What's the buzzing, cousin? Sinclair, it is 7 a.m. Now, if you want to live in this house, you're going to have to learn how to drag your butt in the morning. The toilet seat is up. Oh, would you like me to get